3 months later, the elections of the members of the Constituent Assembly takes place.
La Virgen se la dio a Chávez para que triunfara la primera vez.
From the recently baptized People's Balcony in the Government Palace, a satisfied Chavez announces his victory of conforming the National Constituent Assembly. The pro-government party obtains 124 seats in the Assembly, while the opposition only obtains 7.
La victoria patriota ha sido arrolladora. Cada día siento que los amo más, porque siento el amor del pueblo. Y como he dicho muchas veces, y con esto termino por ahora, amor con amor se paga.
At the beginning of August, the Constituent Assembly is installed and a new constitution is written.
La Asamblea Nacional Constituyente es originaria y soberana.
(1999) is also a year of traveling to internationalize the political project of President Chavez, who seizes the opportunity and gets to know several countries.
Adiós. Que bendiga a usted, nuestro país.
Y usted también, su santidad, que le dé larga vida y mucha salud y seguimos su camino con nuestra cruz a cuestas detrás del Salvador, detrás de nuestro pueblo.
Que lo bendiga.
Amén, su santidad.
Los necesitamos para este gran proyecto de unión con Venezuela y que más que Venezuela, así se los he dicho, vean a Venezuela como parte de un continente, como parte del Mercosur, de la Comunidad Andina, del Caribe, es decir, un gran mercado que será el mercado común del sur y la América Latina reunificada.
While traveling, Chavez visits Fidel Castro, and joined by the most popular sport of both countries, these leaders and two antagonist political systems, a democracy and a dictatorship, begin to negotiate.
Alfonso Coya y Hugo Chavez Frías. El equipo de Cuba, como director, el comandante en jefe, Fidel Castro Cruz.
Este equipo que va a dar la batalla, pero lo que te decía es que viene a hacer unos lanzamientos y Fidel mandó a observar, a espiar. Él es experto en esas cosas, ¿no?
While the president manages his foreign policy personally, the Constituent Assembly writes a new constitution in just 4 months. Through a major campaign, the head of state strives to get the approval of this new constitution.
Todos vayamos a votar, que no se quede nadie sin votar y por supuesto por el sí.
The new constitution establishes a unilateral chamber and eliminates the Senate. It includes 2 new powers, the electoral power and the citizen power, and creates the vice president authority. It also concedes the military men the right to vote and establishes the possibility of calling for referendums in many instances. The elections to approve the new constitution take place on December 15th. That day, the government celebrates a new victory with the support of 71% of the voters, but with a 54% of abstention. However, a strong rain was the setting for the day of the elections, especially along the coastline near Caracas.
Si la naturaleza se opone, lucharemos contra ella y la haremos que nos obedezca.
During those days of December, Venezuela encountered the worst natural catastrophe ever seen that caused thousands of wounded, dead, and missing persons. Venezuela has offered the solidarity of the international community to help rebuild Vargas' state. The United States of America sends a fleet with engineers and all the equipment necessary to construct highways, but with no explanations, President Chavez turns down the offer and the boats have to turn back. The first year of government is favorable for Hugo Chavez. He managed to win 3 elections that allowed him to come true his political offer, a new constitution. Holding his constitution, a satisfied Chavez starts the year 2000 offering great projects and surprising promises.
Ya el mundo y las empresas del mundo, las grandes inversionistas de infraestructura especialmente, han leído la ley de concesiones y están pensando ya en completar las grandes autopistas, en terminar la autopista Oriente y continuarla hasta Cumaná. Nosotros vamos a hacer un plan ferrocarrilero. Aquí se va a acabar el monopolio automotor.
The new constitution extends the 5-year presidential term to 6 and allows the presidential re-election. Due to that, the head of state must legitimize his mandate in a new election that he faces confidently because of his imminent popularity.
Parece que no tienen candidato para las elecciones del 28 de mayo. Yo estoy esperando que lancen a ver qué candidato van a sacar.
Paradoxically, the opposition parties, still weakened, find only one opponent, Francisco Arias Cárdenas, who was once a Chavez ally. In July 2000, the 2 leaders of the coup d'etat of February 4, 1992, confront with each other. Chavez, representing the pro-government sector, and Arias Cárdenas, representing the opposition.
Porque son cabeza de gallina, son cabeza de pollo, no tienen condiciones para dirigir un país.
With more than 3,700,000 votes, Chavez is elected the president of Venezuela for the next 6 years. Delighted, Chavez now swears on a constitution custom-made.
Juro delante de ustedes, juro delante de esta revolucionaria constitución bolivariana, que lucharé sin descanso.
In August, the president of the new Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela embarks on a long journey to the Middle East as a preparation for the summit of the OPEC that will take place in Caracas.
Siempre al ataque. Al ataque.
But it is not till Chavez visits Saddam Hussein in Iraq that he gets the full attention of the media. Meanwhile, in Venezuela, corruption continues. The Bolívar 2000 plan is harshly criticized, and many of the military men in charge are accused of committing administrative frauds.
El Plan Bolívar 2000 comienza como un operativo de emergencia social. Sin embargo, el Plan Bolívar 2000, que es un programa llevado adelante por la Fuerza Armada Nacional, termina aplicando el peor de los mundos. Por un lado, desmantela la política social que veníamos teniendo en los últimos años y por el otro lado distorsiona la función de las Fuerzas Armadas. Y por supuesto, la ausencia de controles que pudiese dar cuenta de qué era lo que se estaba ejecutando de ese programa, introducía todos los elementos para que componentes de desviación administrativa y corrupción estuviese presente.
The year 2000 is full of great promises and projects. The president assures Venezuelans that he will develop new cities, Vargas City in the still devastated coastline of La Guaira, Patria City in Calabozo, and last but not least, he talks about building a space shuttle station in the Venezuelan Amazon.
Vamos a ir incluso a un área donde pudiera ser conveniente algún proyecto aeroespacial.
In September, once again, Fidel Castro arrives to the country to sign an agreement through which Cuba would receive 53,000 barrels of oil at a preferential price.